Merci à tous ceux qui se présentent depuis ce matin, depuis ce midi. On a ouvert à 14 heures. On a eu de magnifiques sets d'artistes de France, de Montpellier, mais aussi du Ghana. Une excellente interview de la légende Amiga juste avant. Et puis là, on va enchaîner avec une petite conversation autour des communautés, autour de la musique. Ce sera modéré par Kikelomo avec qui on est donc en collaboration puisqu'elle a monté Oroko Radio. Et puis voilà, le débat se fera du coup en anglais, puisque la première interview c'était fait en français. On veut garder un petit équilibre. Voilà, je vais laisser Kike enchaîner with that. I was just introducing a bit the collaboration, okay. Kike. Thank you.
All right, check. Hello, everyone. As Thomas said, I love it when I get a little response from the crowd. If you're just tuning in online or you are here in the panel, my name is Kikelomo. And as Tom said, this panel is going to be in English, but if you're a native French speaker, have no fear, because my French is way worse than your English. I can definitely tell you that. So today, this panel discussion is going to be around building communities in music specifically, because we have such incredible ways of connection when we look into this medium and this specific form of sound, I guess. And I'm surrounded by some incredible panelists. I would love to introduce them myself, but I actually think I couldn't do it justice, so I'll actually invite everyone to introduce themselves, starting off with Wahid.
Thank you, Kike. Yes, I'm Wahid, founder and manager of Twerkistan, collective based in Marseille. And I'm here with one of our artists, Kermita, who's going to introduce herself. Should I say more or just for now?
Let us know what Twerkistan is, actually.
Yeah, so Twerkistan is a collective. We are, born like in 2017. And we started like as event promoters. So we had like different type of parties around trap music first, and then we open up to other kind of global beats. Now we are telling we can tell about, and we also do different type of cultural events, not only about music. And we are soon gonna be a label too. Woo. And thank you. And what else can I say? Yeah, we just like trying to make our own path, and I don't have not much to say, but you understand what I wanted to tell.
Amazing.
So thank you for having us.
You're
guys.
very, very welcome. On to the next one.
Hello. So my name is Lisa. I'm Kermita as well as a DJ. I'm based in Marseille, so I'm a member of Twerkistan. It's been now 1 year, bit more than 1 year. Then I joined the collective, and yeah, that's it.
Amazing. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
Over to Sandy.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
So, hi everybody. My name is Sandy Alibo. I'm the founder of the collective Surf Ghana. So Surf Ghana is a collective of surfers and skateboarders based in Ghana. And we develop skate culture, surf culture since 2017. And 1 year ago, we launched a new concept called Vibrate. So Vibrate is a workstation for creative. And the idea is to empower the use of Ghana through music. So we have a community recording studio where we invite all the upcoming artists or even people who are not really sure about what they plan to do to try, practice, and connect with other talent. So Vibrate Space is included in the skate park, the Freedom Skate Park, a project that we launched also. And yeah, I'm really happy and excited to share my experience in Ghana, but above all to talk about music and with other talents. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Sandy. I'm quite familiar with the person to my left because we message literally every day. But for those who don't know, would you like to introduce yourself, Nico?
Yes, I'm Nico Adomako, the other co-founder of Oroko Radio. Thanks for everyone for tuning in tonight or today, and everyone that's here as well. You and me started Oroko Radio in 2021. Mm-hmm. It's been a crazy journey ever since, and now we're here in Montpellier, which is honored to be here.
Amazing. Yeah, on to the next one.
Thanks. So I'm Alan Ba from Ginger Party. Thank you for inviting me. Ginger Party is a collective, a crew of 3 people who trying to make a lot of events, not only about music, but for designer, for filmmaker, African especially. We want them to have a platform where they can express everything they want in France too, and all around the world. So yeah, I'm the creative director. The 2 other people are not there. They are the founder, the co-founder, Steve Dukulins and Dego Imongo. So yeah, that's it.
Amazing. And last but not least,
Yes. Well, yeah, just Tom Manzarek, co-founder of Piñata Radio. So, for those who don't know, online radio based in Montpellier, online community radio based in Montpellier since 2018, broadcasting all kinds of sounds from France, out of France, and across the globe as well. Really happy to see all those faces here for this collaboration with Oroko Radio, and yeah, can wait to see what happens next.
okay, can we actually get a little round of applause for Piñata for hosting us and doing all of the legwork? Gang, gang. Amazing. Shout out to Max too, holding it down behind the laptop. All right. And one other thing before we get started, I also just want to say that I know traditionally panel discussions is someone asking a question and someone else answering, but I would really love this to be a conversation and an opportunity for learning and engagement. So if you have something to say, feel free to just jump in. Like, it doesn't have to be so formal. And I actually want to start with you, Alan. I want to know a little bit more about Ginger and what was the inspiration behind it and how you got started.
The founder is, like I said, is Steve Dukulins. He is not based in Montpellier, but in Lille, in the north of France, and he didn't have anything to make people connect through music and to make African people connect through music in Lille. So he decided to create an event before Ginger Party in Lille, but it makes more sense to do this type of events in Montpellier because there is more African people in Montpellier, obviously. So he got family in Montpellier. That's how we know each other. Mm-hmm. And he built Ginger Party from the bottom. 8 months ago, we started this year in March. So yeah, Dego, the other one, the co-founder, came like 2 weeks later, and I came 2 weeks later. So that was great. At the beginning, we only wanted to do parties because it's easier to make people connect through, parties.
Shaking a little ass.
Exactly. But we found out that there is no other cultural experience in Montpellier about for designer, young filmmaker, African designer, African filmmaker, and everything. So we're trying to do this type of events.
Okay,
Yeah.
Amazing. Over to this Twerkistan crew, I guess either one of you or both of you. How did Twerkistan get formed? And specifically, because I used to be part of a DJ collective.
Yes.
Why did you want to go for the form of a collective as well?
But I think that it's a really, how can I say, really personal reason first, because with Twerkistan, first I wanted just to launch something that was looking like my vision of music and parties. I was really inspired by other ones, especially when I was traveling in Australia some years before, and I thought that why we don't have this kind of vibe, music and events in France or just the cities I was living to. And after that, I came back to France. I get my settled with studies and work, and then I met a DJ in Marseille, and we were looking for a common things. He wanted to play the music that he didn't suit in other places or the clubs or the events, And me, I didn't found. At this time, I was not DJing. I'm not a DJ, but sometimes I do. But what I want to
That
say.
makes you a DJ for sure.
No.
Do you have your USB with you today?
Yes.
That makes you a DJ.
But yeah, we were like kind of looking for each other, and then with the concept of Twerkistan, it was like a way to bring people to something that was really in the era, letting themselves go, having fun in a really safe and respect space and time, and on a vibe that was really connected to hip hop, but not the old school hip hop, more like the SoundCloud era that was happening in this time. So really mixed kind of music, with the Sengo, K-Tranada era this time. So yeah, we started that way, and from time to time. Sorry for my English, but
I told
what
you.
I want, the collective started growing with the people who came in as DJs or technical technician, because we try to be like as much as possible independent in the way that we think our events. So the Twerkistan looks like now. It was not a vision. It was more built with the people who feeded the collective.
Okay.
And that's why with the name, I wanted to create this. Comment je dirais? This country of it. The image of the country make people feel like they can be a part of it.
I'm kind of imagining what this country would look like with the name Twerkistan.
No, but it's a way to be a fédérateur. I don't know the word, but it's a way to make believe to the people who are like feeling that, okay, Twerkistan, I can be Twerkistan in my way, because obviously a country is really multicultural, have different vision and different mood and different influences. So with Twerkistan, obviously there is like some kind of boundaries in a way, because we're not really like, we flirt with electronic scenes, but I think it's not our route.
Mm-hmm.
But I can feel really close to this scene as well. But in the same time, I didn't knew, I was not expected what we have done in the last 6 years since we started our first event. It was only trap music, and now we organize festival with other things than music. So that was kind of the path, our experience.
Amazing, and also congratulations, 6 years.
Thank you.
Is
Thank
dope.
you.
I mean, Lisa, what made you want to join actually?
So Wahid is my friend first. So I think it was I first joined the collective to help them to organize events, because I do that. It's my job, and I always going to the clubs and always love music. So one day he had like the small controller. I was just passing by the office, and he told me, "Oh, you should try." So he showed me, and he told me, "Just take it at your place and just try to train a bit." I still have it. And I think 2 months after, I was playing for the first time. Not for Twerkistan, just in a bar too. And that's all. It's because of it. It's thanks to him that I became a DJ.
Amazing.
So yeah.
I think if I can complete, what like to relieve about your question, like the theme of the. I think it's all about the passion and letting people have the opportunity to express themselves through their passion, and in our small position, because we're not big a company or a big part of the industry, but all of us create opportunities to creatives or artists or just entrepreneurs to take their space, take a position in something that they want to at least try to be. And Lisa was for sure really interested, but maybe a little bit she didn't find out or didn't try to find the opportunity to let herself try.
Yeah.
And so now with just this space of Twerkistan, she had the confidence to I can try. And after that, now she's like playing in big stages and stuff. No, so that's really and the same for you guys. First time we came to Montpellier, say, man, the studio is open. You can have 1 hour set and then a residency. So yeah, I think that's the passion that bring us collaborate and share this movement.
Amazing. I want to hop over to Sandy and then to Thomas. Building a community and building infrastructure around music isn't necessarily an easy thing. I think we know firsthand, like there's the struggle, especially when it comes from the root of passion as opposed to profit. So starting with you, Sandy, what kind of challenges have you experienced when building the Vibrate space?
Wow. I believe that the first challenge for us is to bring people together. Sometimes we have an idea, but we need also to convince people around us that it's not just an idea anymore. We have to work, we have to sit together, we have to brainstorm, and we have to find solution. Because if we talk about all the problem, we're not moving forward, right? So I think the first challenge was to convince skateboarders that we're gonna create a space for music artists, So, because I was starting, as a surf collective, So my main goal was really to connect like skateboarders, surfers together, try to develop entrepreneurship in sports. So everybody was looking at me like, "What are you doing?" Because you're not a DJ, you're not like a producer, you're not a singer, so why you want to go to that environment? And honestly, I create this project thanks to my friend, because first, when I started the collective Surf Ghana, there is no way that we develop the skate culture and the surf culture without music. So every time we had to create content, it was all about like finding the music artist, the DJ who want to be part of our project or event or video, etc. So this is how I link up also with some of the members of All My Cousin and other DJ. Shout out to the Mass DJ, who was one of the first DJ that we met in 2019. And I will say that all these people around us, I observe them a lot. And I felt like they needed that space the same way the surfer and the skateboarder needed that space. And when we built the skate park in 2021, naturally there's so many DJ and music artists and other talent who came to the park just to experience skateboarding, not specifically to skate, but just maybe to play or train. So we started with open deck. We started with like sit and talk, meet media, bring controllers and start, so I like the fact that it was really organic. So for me, it was more like it's a conversation that evolve, It was not like, oh, we have a plan and this is it and we have to do it. So the first challenge, like I mentioned, was more like convincing people that was the right things to do. So when we launched the studio, I think the first challenge was to build a studio, because I need to precise that when we are in Ghana, construction, honestly, we can have an entire meeting about it, but everything is different. The way we try to convince people, the way we negotiate, the way we build things take a lot of time. So you need to be patient, because people don't understand your vision. And in Ghana, people are have a vision of more opportunity right now. So when you say to them that you have to do a studio and it takes 6 months, people look at you, they don't even believe in what you are doing. But I believe that maybe the first things is to say like, okay, we have this studio, it's free, you can use it. And I don't think everybody was actually ready for experimentation. And I love using that word very often because sometimes people like when you say to them, okay, this is the masterclass, you have to learn this and do this to practice this, to become someone like this. But with the Vibrate space, it was more like, this is a space, this is for you. We don't have a plan. You just come, you sit, you talk to people, and magic happens. Or sometimes magic don't happen too, but but I like the idea that you don't know what you're gonna do, but just the fact that you have a space where people allow you to come, to sit, to discuss, and you can plan. And I think for creative, we're not have everything in our mind in the first place. We need to meet people and connection. Like for example, in Montpellier, like yesterday we were making a tracks in two hours, like randomly, you know, and it was so spontaneous. And I think this is the kind of space that people need. And I think as an artist, yes, the first challenge is to have a space that allow us to create at our rhythm. Yeah.
Amazing. Tom?
Yeah. I have a couple of like same points. I feel what Sandy is saying about 2 points about like joining people together at first and then having a space. The main thing about Piñata at the beginning is like when we started the radio, we didn't have like the plan that it was going to be like it is now. It was just like, let's join people around on this platform, Piñata Radio. But the fact that you're not like in a super big capital, you're not like in a big city which is like known for its culture or known worldwide, was maybe the first challenge. Like finding the people. There are a lot of people in Montpellier. Like after 5 years of radio, we've discovered like so much talents. But at first, being confident, finding the people, and even like telling to others like there's something happening in Montpellier, things are here, you know, and you're not Paris, you're not in big capital. That was maybe the first real challenge at the beginning. Then you find the people, you start creating the community, putting people a bit more on the stage, and things happen. And then the space also, like having a studio for the radio, we were talking a bit about it yesterday, but like after COVID and after like all the Zooms and everything is online, having a studio and a space that kind of fits with your community where everyone can go, feel all right, you know, and still having like the kind of the direction you want to have and keeping the community aspects is another challenge. Because I know like you guys in Oroko are about to maybe have a studio, but it's not.
I mean, let's not put it out there, but maybe you had it here first. We're working on it.
Yeah,
Watch this space.
whoops.
Yeah. No, I'm
But
joking.
yeah, joining the people and then having those people in one space where you can, feel the community and feel like global energy, you know,
Okay, amazing.
I'd say.
Also, if you're just tuning in online, we are currently coming to you live and direct from Montpellier in France. We're in conversation with some amazing community members about building communities in music and building those spaces. And one of the key things I'm hearing through all of your answers is, connection, community, bringing people together, providing a space. I want to start with Nico as the first answer, but then open it up to everyone. What do you think it is specifically about music that inspires people to come together?
That's a good question. But in my opinion, music always was a tool for all the humans to interact on vibrations, first of all, and then also the urge of actually be part of it. So everyone either like contribute or like even dance to it or whatever. So it's probably the most powerful tool to communicate, and it's always been like that. That's why radio was always powerful since the beginning. And yeah.
Amazing. Alan?
Yeah, vibration is the word. Obviously, it's something that can bring people together immediately, and that's a great thing. We started with some popular style of African music. You're not gonna like it, but a lot of amapiano.
I mean, I'm a big fan of amapiano.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay. So yeah, we started with the amapiano. That wasn't quite popular in Montpellier at first, because people weren't. I don't know how to explain. Receptive. Yeah, exactly. Receptive to it. So we had to fight a lot to make people believe in this, and now they appreciate it a lot. So yeah, that's the thing.
Amazing. Anyone else?
I think I'm not going to repeat what you said, guys, but yeah, for sure, the vibration is something. Also, all the image and the code that comes with some genres makes also people connect, because like even you don't know each other, you can tell, okay, I think back in the days more, back in the days in my teenage time, you could say, okay, this guy, he has a style that makes him like a hip hop listener or a skateboarder or whatever. And I think now it's more mixed. And I think that's also because, music feed itself with the other genres, and also because of the platform that you guys are building. Because before, radio station like the FM more like mainstream or really specific, and now you put platforms that makes really cross the genres. And I think we came to another step into the not the life of music. It's there's no sense of what I said, but the fact now that, for example, in Twerkistan, first we wanted to connect with the guys who were like hip hop listeners, because I told you it was about more trap or club music. Now we just been done with this position, and you could when you come to a Twerkistan party, depending of the DJs, but you can go through all the African scene, then to all the UK scene, and really mixed genres in one party. And I think that's now it's not the future, but I think it's now that the people are more connecting also to each other, because they don't want to stay in one line. They want the multicultural, multi-genre music, to my opinion. So yeah.
Amazing. No answer. Well, to be fair, I mean, actually, no, Tomo, no, because I'm going to come in with a spoiler. So you go first.
No, it was just to complete what all you guys said. I mean, like, music brings people together. Yeah. That's for sure. I mean, you're in a party, maybe a bit alone, feeling alone. Then somebody that maybe listens the same music, so you're going to connect like directly. Yeah. Like, is it in like a family dinner, then your cousin that listens the same sound, you're going to have like maybe 2-hour conversation about this. That's how I met Maxime. I mean, like, we were in a party, didn't know him, then we just like met. Yo, what's up? Huh? Started talking about music. Then it went into like deep SoundCloud beat scenes, and like it lasted like 3 hours. Then he invited me to the radio, and then we started Piñata Radio, and that's how everything happened. So if music isn't like the connection, don't know what it is.
Well, okay, as for my spoiler, side note, I'm also a DJ, and I'm actually working on a documentary at the moment which looks into the science behind club culture and what actually connects us with music. So I got some facts for y'all as to why music connects us. So actually, human beings have had connections to music. We actually use music to communicate with each other before we even had language, right? So it's already been a foundation for how we communicate with each other. And actually, the way that we respond to music and the way that we use music to build social connections is in our DNA. It's in our biology. So already when you're in your mother's stomach, in utero, the vibrations that you're hearing through her stomach, the sound of her voice, the BPM of her heart, that's already, keeping you in tune with developing your preferences. And as you're born and you're engaged with the community around you, you see babies who are born in Europe have different preferences or, reactions to rhythm versus those in other parts of the world. Where maybe in Europe it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, or somewhere else it's got a little more pizzazz to it, a little more, syncopation, a little more seasoning. It's got a bit of that Maggie cube sprinkled into it. There's all these elements when you bring in, for example, being in a room with people that are all moving their bodies together. There's this phenomenon called entrainment. So when you're in a room full of people, everyone's moving their bodies in sync with the beat, in sync with the DJ. All these chemicals are released in your brain, like opioids. Literally, it's the same chemicals that you get from smoking heroin, dopamine, serotonin, and these all increase these forms of social connection. You have moments where, if you're in a space where there's lights going, or this synchronization going, your brain enters different states, like deep meditation states. There's these brain waves called delta waves that are released, which is the same as going into deep meditation. And this is all kind of triggered with music. I could tell you more, but then you wouldn't have a reason to watch my documentary. But yeah, just to say that actually music it's one of those things that you realize that connects us on a global level. If you think about, the lullaby, like no one ever said this is the way to, soothe your baby, but somehow mothers all around the world realized that actually singing to a child made them feel more calm. So it's something that's ingrained in us, which I think, we are all utilizing in our own ways to build these connections. So yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit about that. Spoiler, sorry. But yeah, maybe over back to Nico. I'd actually be curious because I don't even know if we ever discussed this, considering we're both running the same radio station. But what impact do you hope to have with Oroko Radio?
I think there's different levels of impact that I'm envisioning. A short-term impact is, giving a platform to the communities that we have in Ghana and upcoming artists or creatives in general, but then also connect Ghana with all the other African countries and creatives over there. Long term, that's a good question actually. Long term, I would love to see the station and the residents we're having like being on a global scale with different spaces or studio spaces around the global south, and probably that would be my vision for it.
Amazing. What about you, Sandy? What impact do you hope to have with Vibrate Space?
Okay. Vibrate Space is first a community recording studio. So it's been 1 year we operate, and we have already, almost like 500 sessions booked at the studio. So I'm really excited for what's next. What I would like to see is more people recording their EP at the studio and give them a platform for them. So at the moment we organize listening session. We are organizing a little showcase for them. But I will say that having all my cousins, for example, today in Montpellier is part of the Vibrate program, because the idea is to give them a platform, organize more cultural exchange program, and offer them their visibility that they deserve. Because for me, it's not because you are an African artist that you need to perform only in Africa. You need to be part of other playlists, that African playlists, do you understand? So you need to be also in Europe or everywhere else to be visible. And Vibrate for me in the future is to create like more collaboration with brand and also label or other people in the sector that are willing to support African talent, especially from the alternative scene. I don't like to say alternative because it doesn't even make sense for us now, but I will say that if you don't do Afrobeats in Ghana, honestly, at the moment, it's quite difficult. So for us, Vibrate is also a place where I wish we can support maybe 50 artists and in different like sectors. So yeah, work more as an agency. We can support them, maybe to book them, abroad, or like offer them like platform or like concert, or help them to find an agent, or like a team. Yeah, so that's what I would like to do in short term, and maybe in the future I would like to have more Vibrate space in Africa, because here there's a lot of space for association and for the youth. I don't know if people use them, but it exists at least. But in Ghana, from my experience, we have a lot of club, restaurants, we have the beach, fine. But if we want to work as a creative, it's really limited. That's why most of the creative in Ghana, they work from home. They invite their friend from home, and Vibrate is one of the first space where they can actually come and work without having to book something. And the way it's organic, I wish we have more space like this. That's why I'm excited to see Oroko planning project, because it's not even only about Ghana, honestly. In West Africa, there is a huge demand in Francophone country and also Anglophone country. But I mean, we have more than 55 countries in Africa, so there is a lot of work to do. But yeah, that's what I would like to have.
Amazing. You mentioned the word team, and I think that's something that I'm curious to hear from everyone about, because I guess in our experience, we've, let's say, experienced fluctuations in our team. And it can be sometimes hard to find people, when you mention an idea, people can be on board, but then when it comes to the execution, I think it's safe to say that these are passion projects because you got to be in it for the love. So maybe starting with you, Ellen, and then opening up to everyone else. How did Ginger build their team? How did you get to the position that you are at the moment?
It was easy for Ginger because we know each other from way before.
Yeah.
We are friends before to be like cooperators. So it was easier in the fact that we share the same vision as from Africa, because we're not from the same place. Steve, the founder, is Cameroonese, Dego is Gabonese, and I'm from Guinea, Conakry, Guinea. But there is not a lot of space for African people, so we have to connect between us. We're trying to build a bigger team, because I don't know how to explain. It's hard to do a lot of things when you're only 3 people.
Yeah.
There is like a lot of aspects and different events. So you need somebody with the graphics, somebody with to make the connection with people.
Yeah.
And we're still building that team,
Yeah.
because we only started 8 months ago. Before that, we didn't needed that much people. Now it's gonna be like more. Yeah. Exactly.
What about everyone else? How did you build your teams?
But I think it's the same as you with Ginger. Like first, it's people that know each other since a long time. But I think also what is hard to build a team is also first, okay, the passion makes you go through some point, but at one point you need, okay, to make the switch to something more professional, because 6 years of work cannot be just by comment tu dis bénévole, volunteering. Okay, volunteers. Thank
Love
you,
a
guys.
collective input.
So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest challenge is to try to build an economy to get people stay in the project, or also for one from time to time have people in your entourage or your business entourage can come for one specific mission or one specific project, but you can provide them the right the right conditions and financially as well to make them involved into the project, because in some scales, especially when you said you want some impact like global wise, for example, if there's no economy generated by your activity, then even with the good ideas and the good art, it will goes to a end. So yeah, I think for our experience, at one point we were like, okay, now we're going professional. So how do we do for like economic wise to just survive and grow?
Yeah.
So-
Wu-Tang said it best, cash rules everything around me.
Right.
I think one of the things that we've experienced with Oroko Radio, and I think also today is a testament to that, is collaboration, being able to connect with other projects around the world, also in Accra, across the continent, in Africa, in Europe. I guess we're going to go for North America. We want to go, you know what, let me not even limit ourselves. World Tour 2024, you heard it here first. But I would love to hear actually other people's experience, maybe starting with you, Thomas. You can rat us out, be like, Oroko Radio sucks. It's been awful to collaborate with them. I'm joking. But what's your experience been with collaborating with other projects, and maybe some other people want to contribute their thoughts as well?
Like the collaboration aspect has always been like the center of the radio, as like we always wanted as the radio, as the platform, to involve other collectives, other artists, but also other collectives. So I think that what built also the huge community there's now in Montpellier, people like Jinjo coming through the radio, people like Sartek Oussio coming through the radio. Big up, of course, Boss. Show, incredible party going on as well in Montpellier. I think the radio is just like the fruit of a global collaboration. But then there's also one thing that's really interesting is we were talking a bit about it just before, the collaborations between the online radios. And how an online radio like Oroko or like Piñata or like Balami or like so much radios across the globe have the same models and questions and grow together kind of, with the same models. And those exchange and those collaborations with other radio like today are something really enrichissant.
Or helping.
Enriching.
Enriching.
I lied, I can speak French. J'ai parlé français.
So yeah, voilà.
Okay, amazing. What about everyone else? What's your experience has been with collaboration?
So like you said, it's for us it was really important from the beginning to do a lot of collaboration, because like you said, with the show we do not have a collaboration with show yet, but with Sartek we're doing a lot of collaboration, because I know the people who come to this party grow musically. They understand a lot more things with music, so that make them come to our party and reverse. So yeah, it was important even from other platform to do this type of collaboration. Yeah.
Amazing.
If I can add something also, I make the difference between some kind of between collaboration. For example, if you take if we are talking in your local or territory, obviously you need at some point to collaborate because our goal is to build a scene like a really strong and seen and known out of the territory. Because the thing, for example, in France, everything is going and looking to Paris, and for our cities all around France, it's hard to take a space or just being considered by the industry as places that has an impact and has also an interest business wise. And for us, you have to stick together, help each other to grow each other activity, each other community. But then yes, collaboration has also have to take it to another level. And I mean, more global wise, we connected with collective similar, cousin collective, from other cities, back in the day she was living in Lisbon, so we have like, you know, Dengo who are close to us, or Bacchanalia, Reseba, other collective like them, or in other countries that okay, as you with the radio, it's a way to to earn experiences through other one collectives. So yeah, collaboration is fundamental, I think, for all of our businesses.
Amazing. I think we've got about 10 minutes left of the panel, just about. And I've got a couple more questions. But before we jump into the questions, I wanted to ask if anyone in the audience actually has any questions in English or en français. Like we can translate, but just gonna give a couple of seconds to see if does anyone have any questions that they want to ask the panelists at all. You can have a little think about it, and I'll ask one of my last few questions. We can do it at the end, but yeah, just have a little think for now. I guess one of the last questions that I would have is for everyone. What advice would you give to people wanting to start something in music, or specifically start a community in music? Maybe starting with you, Thomas. Yes, the pressure's on, and then we can go around and see what everyone has to say.
That's a big question. Trust the process. Trust the process. Like, it can take time sometimes, but just trust the process. Like, if you listen to the panel today, grow a good team, right? And then, like, stay open. You may have like a main idea as a project, but if you want people to feel themselves into your project and like feel at their place, you need to stay open and trust the process. Let the people come in the project, open ideas, and that's what I'd say.
Amazing. Alan?
For me, it's trust the process. Trust the process. For real, I think the most important is to believe in yourself. Like, for real, if you don't, people will not believe in you. It's important to it's not because you failed something that it's over. You need to be able to listen a lot of people around you to make a better structure for your project. And that's pretty it.
Okay. Yeah. Nico, over to you.
I actually have to repeat it again. Trust the progress. You're creating your own job, and you're learning off experience from other people, and you're learning while doing it. Be patient and keep your vision in mind, and connect with other people as much as you can.
Amazing. Did you forget one?
Yeah, I forgot something. It's important to believe in yourself, because not only because people will not if you don't, but only I don't know. I'm sorry. Because how can I explain?
You can say in French, en français.
C'est important que les gens ils comprennent ce que tu fais, mais c'est aussi important que toi tu le fasses vraiment, genre comme tu le ressens, parce que même en français je sais pas là. c'est ça, c'est deep. C'est que I'll let you and I will come back after.
Okay, we're going to put a ... come back to that. What about you, Sandy?
I would say that for me to build a community and a space for music artists, the first thing that I love doing is really to observe. Okay. First, I don't believe that I'm the only one in that space who wants to build a community space. So I need to check what my elder done, if he has work or not, why. So asking good question to yourself, like, why you want to do this? Why in the past it didn't work? It's more observation, and this is what we call ethnology. It's like you stay on the ground, you observe. And when I say observe, it's like, yes, you need to go to the club to know what's happening. You need to meet artists, upcoming and also confirmed artists, and you need to ask them questions. You need to study a little bit, even if sometimes it looks boring, but honestly, is the best for what's next. Because people can also say to you, like, you are doing what my friends done last year, and it's not cool. So I believe that this is part of observation, which is important. And then I believe that when you were saying trust the process or believe in yourself, try also to be unique. And when you choose your team, make sure that your team are really original. And I don't know how to say that, but for me, a successful team is a team already who don't think like the others. You know, so for example, in the team of Vibrate, we pick people who actually don't do anything like anyone else. The way they produce music, the way they organize events, the way they want to connect with the community. We have skateboarders, we have different mindsets. And this is also why when we sit, we brainstorm and it's like boom. And it's so different. And I need that to build a community space that reflects my vision and the vision of the community, of course.
Fantastic. On to Lisa.
I totally agree with what you just said. I will also add that it's super important to being well surrounded by, like you said, by not only with friends, but people that really believe also and have the same vision as you. Because you cannot be alone building communities. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And to add to what Lisa said, I will say also that first, I'm agree with all your points. And obviously, to me, one thing about the behave that you have to have with other people is to stay humble, because of course we can build that things that can be really like brings light to the name of your project and to yourself, but it's not only about you, and the people will stay themselves and go to the own way maybe one day, and it's also because of them, not because on your work only. So yeah, stay humble and just keep your feet on the ground. It's all about music, but it's not I mean, it can save life maybe, but just stay humble about what we do and the place you have into this global movement.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Quick check from with the audience. Any questions at all? Don't be shy now. This is a safe space. We've got some expert people in front of you. Everyone's biting their nails and avoiding eye contact. No? Not at all? Okay, well, I would say my last question, we've got maybe about like 5 minutes left, so maybe in like a quick 30-second, 1 minute roundup from everyone. What's coming next? What are the plans for your communities, for your collectives? What's it looking like for the end of this year, for 2024, for 2025, for all the years to come? Like, what are the plans? Starting with you, Tom.
So I don't know if I can tell everything, though. I can't tell everything. I can tell that we're actually in a studio and we'll have a new studio in 2024.
Ooh, mashallah.
Yeesh. But yeah, we'll continue like broadcasting and welcoming new people. We already have like an incredible community and a lot of amazing artists on the radio. Some are here today, thanks to you guys. And I mean, yeah, just continue like working on this platform we have and trying to bring it even further as to represent Montpellier, but also like a global community, I think. You know.
Fabulous. Love to see
30 seconds.
it.
So, what I was trying to say right before.
Wait. We
It's important to be authentic. We share the same vision to be original, authentic, because like people can easily just listen, you say Afrobeat and Mapiano and just the top of it. And we need to create a more authentic experience. It's really important to make people grow about this. For the new question now, I think, we're trying to do a real team, to create a real team of our original people again, and make Ginger go to other place than Montpellier.
Okay, gang, let's get this, put the petrol in the car, let's go.
And a big event, but I can say more.
Okay, just a teaser.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, on to Nico. Yeah, what are we doing next year, Nico?
Yeah, not to say not to give away too much, but it's gonna be more events, more community events, more collaborations, new residents, hopefully studio space in the near future as well, and yeah.
And hopefully more money, because we need it.
Oh yeah, way more money, and obviously a lot of work as well. So let's get it.
Actually, just to interrupt, one of the things I would say as a piece of advice is set boundaries actually for yourselves, because sometimes you wake up, you're like, okay, first thing you do, emails, let's do this, we need to do this, we need to do that. But it's easy to burn out when you have so much to do, and if you have nothing to give for yourself, you have nothing to give with your community. So it's important to make sure that you set boundaries and take time for yourself as well. I don't know if we're practicing what we preach right now, but it's important. All right, going back to what the plans are for Vibrate Space. Over to you, Sandy.
On our side, we would love to build a festival, make a festival in Africa, and also maybe connect with more people in Europe for now, because the challenge for African artists is, like I said, to be visible. And sometimes we forget that Ivorian artists never come to Ghana because they can't even afford to travel, So we would like to organize a festival that celebrates alternative scene of Africa in general, about hip hop, about R&B, about soul, about rock, about so different vibes. And I wish we can have different radio, different project, different initiative, and not talk only about music, but also skate culture, etc. So that's my dream for next year.
No, I can talk about the Twerkistan too. For the Twerkistan, more events, organizing more events, our events, and also have maybe a space to do club. Like to have a proper club. It's what I wish.
Manifesting.
And for me, music, producing, and traveling.
Amazing.
Yeah, hopefully we will have our own club soon, but it's not on the way right now. But we have upcoming events in Marseille soon for Halloween, for also our festival called Grand Bazaar, which celebrates the talents, emerging talents of urban culture. So not only about music. It's happening on the beginning of December in Marseille as well. Last summer we were touring a lot, and we are thinking about creating a new show. So that's the things that are going on. And to end my word right now, I just wanted to tell all you guys that all your projects are really inspiring. And so thanks again for having us today and to meet up with you guys. Yeah.
Amazing. And on that note, thank you so much to all of the panelists that have sat and had this conversation with us. I've been super inspired and engaged as well. Also, shout out to the audience. Clap for yourselves for being so engaged. If you're tuned in or if you're here, you should definitely stick around. We have some incredible DJ sets coming up from some artists or from both sides, all across the Atlantic, or from Europe, from France, from Accra. We've got even Lisa playing a DJ set soon as well, so that should be dope. And if you're in Montpellier tomorrow, of course, I'm going to plug the party that we're throwing. Oroko Radio and Piñata Radio are teaming up in Twerkistan. Did I say that right? Boom. Wait. Tomorrow starting from 2 p.m. CET. No, 12. Oh, an extra 2 hours. There's going to be food. There's going to be DJ sets from all my cousins, mood swings. I mean, we're playing, right? We're going to be going back to back. Some more incredible artists. You should definitely pull up. I think it's been a nice celebration and a nice roundup for the conversations that we've had today as well. So, gang. And wait, actually, one more shout out because there's a gorgeous sound system sitting behind us. Shout out to Tweak Sound System for pulling up, for holding down the sound. They will also be there tomorrow. It's going to be, I think we've got a few more speakers than this, right, as well. It's going to be, it's going to be a pretty big, just a few more speakers. It's a pretty dope sound system. So you should definitely check them out as well. And yeah, come and revel with us. So yeah, stick around, come and say hi and enjoy the sounds. Thank you.